सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा, गुरु बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मन, गुरु बिना ये ज्ञान बिना ये ध्येय अधूरा, हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं, बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा, बिना ये काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह मिल, अहंकार है जीव का दुश्मन, काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह मिल, काम क्रोध अहंकार है जीव का दुश्मन, भक्ति विनय से सेवा भाव से, भक्ति विनय से सेवा भाव से, जानो ये गुरु महिमा रे मनवा, पहचानो ये गुरु महिमा रे मन, पहचानो ये ज्ञान बिना ये ध्येय अधूरा, हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं, बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा, बिना ये नित्य निरंतर अंतर्यामी, हृदय विराजे मेरे स्वामी, नित्यनिरन्तर अन्तर्यामी हृदय विराजे मेरे स्वामी। कैसे पाऊं उस भगवान को, कैसे पाऊं उस भगवान को, गुरु कृपा के बिना रे मनवा, गुरु दया के बिना रे मनवा, ज्ञान बिना ये ध्येय अधूरा, हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं, बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा, बिना ये गुरु बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मन, गुरु बिना ओम नमो नारायणाय, 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 ओम नमो नारायणाय। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Punah Punaha Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Om Bhadram Karnebhye Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha Sthirairangaistuštuvagam sastanubhihi Vyashema devahitam yadayuhu Swasti na indro vruddhashravaha Swasti na phusha vishvavedaha Swasti nastarksho arishtanemihi Swasti no brahaspatir dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. After having elaborated upon the importance of purity of mind, realizing the self, a new topic is taken up in the next section. This is the topic of managing our desires. Because the law of this world is whatever we sincerely desire, that alone we gain. Kamanyah kamayate manyamanah sakamabhir jayate tatra tatra. This is the law. Whatever we desire wholeheartedly, according to those desires, we are born in this world. So there is a cosmic law. So therefore, what should we do as seekers of liberation? We must make use of this law. So whatever law is there, make use of it. So therefore, what should we desire? Sincerely, we should desire this alone. That is the topic. Verse number 3, page number 145. Nayamatma pravachanena labhyah na medhayana bahuna shrutena yame vaisha vrunute tena labhyah tasyesha atma vivrunute tanum swam nayamatma pravachanena labhyah na medhayana bahuna shrutena yame vaisha vrunute tena labhyah tasyesha atma vivrunute tanum swam. Yes. Na ayam atma, this self, pravachanena nalabhyah. Pravachanam means study of the scriptures. Pravachanam also means giving discourses. Just by studying the scriptures or giving discourses, you are not going to get it. Namedhaya, not because of your sharp intelligence. Medha also means memory. Not by memorizing the verses. These are all the things which people do. listening to talks. Na bahuna shrutena, not by listening too much. Now this is a very discouraging statement. Not by listening, not by studying, not by memorizing, nor by giving discourse. So then what is the way then? Yam eva esha vrunute tena labhyaha. The one who chooses it, desires this knowledge from the depth of the heart, tena labhyaha, he will get it. This is the truth. So therefore, the criticism is not all the sadhanas. The criticism is, you are doing all the sadhana, but do you really want it? Is a question. If your desire is something else, while doing all this, you are not going to get. So, honestly, we should look into ourselves and ask this question, do I really want it? Many times what happens is, actually I don't want it. I want so many other things. If you truly want it, you will be ready to pay any price for it. This is the proof. Suppose this condition is given. You will have to go through immense sorrow, lot of suffering, lot of humiliation. You will be completely isolated by the people. So the point is, Bhagavan, give me more and more suffering. Tatra tatra, again and again, because only in suffering I am able to remember you. Wholehearted prayer comes only when I remember you. So can we pray like this? So many times what happens is, we do all these sadhanas, fine, it's good. But then wholehearted seeking is not there. And that wholehearted seeking comes when the whole world becomes like a, blazing fire. That is when mumukshutvam becomes tivram. And then we say, Bhagavan, I want only you. Because only when the mind is in the Lord, I am getting peace. The moment mind is away from the Lord, I am miserable. Because the whole world has become unconducive. That is the time when we seek that. Single-pointedly when we seek that Lord, then and there you get it. Tivra mumukshutvam. Vipadas santu na shashvat tatra tatra jagadguru bhavato darshanam yajyat apunarbhava darshanam. That is it. So, this is the point. When you are seeking that and that alone, Bhagavan has no other choice but to give you suffering. Because if you are comfortable here, why do you need that? It's always like that. The one who is extremely disturbed mentally wants peace. He will crave for peace. The one who is extremely hungry craves for food. One who is extremely thirsty craves for water. If this is the law in this world, so in order to crave for liberation, what should happen? Here, existence should become miserable. Nowhere I am getting peace from things, beings, situation. At that time, single-pointedly, I choose that Lord. I seek that Lord. But don't worry, till we are prepared, such a situation will not come. Okay? Till then what we should do? Pravachana, medha, continue. And when the right time comes, Bhagavan will intensify the flame. Then, and at the same time, he will give the exit path also. That is how everybody is liberated. So some examples are, I am sure you must be knowing the story. Somebody went to Vivekananda. Oh Swamiji, when will I get liberation? Come with me. Where is he taken? River. Pushed him down water. A few seconds took him out. What was the one thought you had underwater? Come out. That kind of single pointed desire when you have, you will be liberated. Or as I said, jata on fire. When your hair is on fire, what is the only thing which you will think? Even if the president of the nation is in front of you, you will discard him. Because first priority is this. Isn't it? So these are all the examples given in our scriptures. Yamaivesha vrunute tena labhyaha. The one who chooses him gets it. That's a law. Chooses him means what? Desires. In this world, the law is whatever you desire, you will get. Single pointed desire, you will get it fast. Quickly you will get. Sometimes this is put in another way. Yamaivesha vrunute tena labhya means the one whom God chooses, he gets. But why should God choose him? God chooses him because he has chosen God. Tasyesha atma vivrunute tanum swam. Yesha atma tasya swam tanum vivrunute. To that person who is single-pointedly seeking that Lord, that Atma reveals itself to that person. This is the law. As long as we think that this world is a comfortable place, everything is happy, all these things, beings, situations are giving me joy. As long as these philosophies are there, till then our seeking will not be single-pointed. This is the point. So therefore, ask this question to ourselves. How much sincere is my seeking? The rest, everything is secondary. With this intense seeking, we should do all this. Pravachana, listening to scriptures, study of the scriptures, all these things are good. They are all wonderful sadhanas. In fact, they are all means. No doubt about it. Sadhana is not criticized here. But everything coupled with the main thing. What is the main thing? Sincere desire. How to intensify this mumukshutvam? Every time suffering comes, immediately remember this. I am suffering because I am in this world. I am suffering because I have ignored God. Every suffering, whether it is physical, emotional, whatever be the kind of suffering, every suffering should be connected to this reason. What is the reason? I am suffering because I have forgotten God. I am suffering because I have chosen so many things other than God. And I can put an end to the suffering only by choosing God alone. This way, every suffering should add momentum to mumukshutvam. This is the way. Right. Same line of thought continues. Verse number 4, page number 149. Nayamatma balahinena labhyaha na cha pramadat tapaso vapya lingat etairupayairyatate yastu vidwan. Tasyesha atma vishate brahmadhama Nayamatma balahinena labhyah na cha pramadat tapaso vapyalingat etairupayairyatate yastu vidwan tasyesha atma vishate brahmadhama. Na ayam atma balahinena labhyah. This atma cannot be gained by balahina. Balahina means what? Weak. Weak person cannot get this atma. Nacha pramadat, not by a person who is distracted and careless and non-serious. Tapaso vapi alingat, not by a person who does tapas without linga. Alinga tapas. So what is the first one? So it is said, etairupayehi yatate. With these, a person who strives, definitely he is going to get. So three points are mentioned here, which all the seeker should keep in mind. So first one, nayamatma balahinena lapyah. So what exactly do you mean by balahinam? So Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, balahinena atmanishtha janita virya hinena. Real viryam, real strength comes from abidance in the self. Real strength comes from remembering God. That is a real strength. Unless you are holding on to the strong, you have no strength. The strength of the ego is mere illusion. Ego cannot have any strength. Why? An illusory entity can never have strength. Only a real entity can have strength. What is the strength of your shadow? It is just an appearance. So true strength comes when you are connected to the strong. And who is the only strong thing in this world? Bhagavan, the Supreme Self, the only reality. So therefore, how to gain strength? Remain connected to the strong. How to connect to Him? Remember Him, that's enough. Remembering Him, abiding in Him, whatever the language you may use. This is the way. And then that strength starts flowing through you. You start experiencing that strength. That is called as balam. So therefore, how to be strong throughout our life? Remain connected to the Lord all the time. Then whatever the difficulty is there in this world, you will get that strength from Him. Just like your mobile is ever connected to the Wi-Fi. The moment Wi-Fi is gone, your prana is gone. Connectivity is the most important thing, isn't it? The same way, this is the connectivity with God. That is real balam. So such a person alone gets in. Because at the time of death, you need tremendous balam. Prana prayana samaye kaphavata pittaihi kantavarodhana vidho smaranam kutaste. At the time of death, prana prayana samaye, when this life breath is going out, kaphavata pittaihi kantavarodhana vidho, when your throat is choked with kapha, phlegm, vata, wind, pitta, bile, when your throat is choked, in those moments of extreme suffering, smaranam kutaste, Bhagavan, how can I remember you? When there is suffering in the body, the nature of the mind is, it gets stuck in the body. Wherever the pain is, mind goes there. This is the nature of the mind. So in those moments of pain, can you detach the mind from the body and fix it in God? Hats off to you, if you can do this. That is called as balam. The strength is this. Ability to withdraw the attention of the mind from the suffering body and to fix it upon God. But where does this balam come from? Regular practice. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena grihyate. This needs abhyas. Again and again practice. Again and again practice. Slowly, mind is habituated to remembering God. Once this habit is formed, then it doesn't matter. Effortlessly you are able to do this. So, Nayamatma balahinena labhya. Develop this balam. This is the real strength. Nacha pramadat. People who are so careless and non-serious. Pramada. So, what is pramada? Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Laukika putra pashu adi vishaya sangha nimitta pramadat. Distracted in so many ways. Laukika, worldly, putra, son, etc. Pashu, your wealth. Cattle, those times cattle was the wealth. Dollar, rupee, that is the meaning. Pashu. Adi Vishaya Sangha, in so many places mind is going. This is called as pramadam. Carelessness. What is the purpose for which I have come to this world? I have forgotten. I am trying to settle in this world now. Is it possible to settle permanently in an impermanent world? We are all travelers. Always remember this. Very soon we have to leave this place. Are you preparing to leave this place? That is called as alertness. Rest everything is pramadam only. So, nacha pramada, such a person will never get. And then, tapaso vapi alingat. Alingat tapasaha. What does it mean? Bhagavan says, tapasaha atra jnanam. Here, tapas means jnanam. And lingam means what? Lingam sanyasaha. Renunciation. Sannyasa rahita jnanat nalabhyate. It is not possible in this knowledge without renunciation. Now here renunciation has to be understood as, according to Bhagavad Gita, mental renunciation. It doesn't matter whether you are physically renounced or not. What is the most important thing is renunciation at the mind. And how do we know we have renounced at the mind level? At the seat of meditation, mind should effortlessly withdraw from things, beings and situations. This is the sign of renunciation. How effortlessly you are able to withdraw your mind from the world. This is the proof of healthy renunciation. Just external renunciation will not do. External renunciation is very easy. Take one ochre cloth and put on. That will not help. Then you will be attached to your matha, your disciples, your dakshina. How to spread your influence, your teaching, all nonsense. Just by changing cloth, if renunciation is so easy, then what is the need of studying scriptures then? One piece of cloth is enough. No. Renunciation is something at the mind level. Bhagavan alone is given the highest importance. The moment the time comes to fix the mind upon God, mind immediately withdraws from everything. He said, no, this is the time for God. Everything else out. That is called as renunciation. Every day you are sitting for meditation, half an hour, 1 hour. When you sit, mind is serious. In this time, let me not think of anything. This is exclusive time for God. So then how effortlessly mind withdraws, leaving everything. That is a sign of renunciation. Otherwise, karmendriyani sanyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyarthan vimudhatma mithyacharasa uchyate. Mithyachara otherwise. Sitting in Padmasana, but where is the mind? Remembering. What? Indriyarthan. Wandering. So that is called samsari. So samsari and the sannyasi, it is not the external lifestyle. It is the state of mind. It is possible that you are in the thick of all activities, at the same time you are a renunciate. It is possible. It is possible you are in absolute solitude in the caves of the Himalayas, but you are a perfect samsari. Both are possible. That is why Bhagavad Gita was given in the middle of the battlefield to prove that, all this old notion that sannyasa means renunciation, running away from family, problems, etc. No, in the middle of the battlefield, the whole thing is given. To prove all those orthodox ways of thinking false. In the middle of the battlefield, can you renounce and fix your mind in God? That is a challenge. So, that is the meaning alinga tapasa. Jnanam must be practiced with this kind of renunciation. So, if you can do these three, abidance in the self, renunciation from the world, giving serious to Bhagavan, that Supreme Self, very clear about the goal. And thus if you can live, ete rupayehi yatate yastu vidwan, the one who strives in this way, tasyesha atma vishate brahmadhama. His atma enters into the abode of Brahman. Atma entering into the abode means what? Here then the meaning of Atma has to be taken as mind. Because Atma need not enter into the abode of Brahman. Atma itself is abode of Brahman. For him, this kingdom of Brahman is wide open. Continuing, verse number 5, page 154. Samprapyena mrishayo jnana truptaha Kritatmano vitaragav prashantaha te sarvagam sarvatah prapya dhiraha yuktatmanas sarvameva vishanti Samprapyena mrishayo jnana truptaha kritatmano vitaragav prashantaha te sarvagam sarvatah prapya dhiraha yuktatmanas sarvameva vishanti. So such a person, the one who attains that self, his glory, his freedom, his joy is what is described here. Enam samprapya, having attained the self, what happens to him? Jnana truptaha, contented in the self. Kritatmanaha, kritatmana means kritakritya, having the purpose of life fulfilled. Vitaragaha, free from all attachments. Prashantaha, peaceful. Te dhiraha, those wise people, sarvagam sarvatah prapya, after having attained the all-pervading self everywhere, in all circumstances. Yuktatmanaha, having united with the self, sarvam eva avishanti, they enter into the sarvam. They enter into the all. They become one with all. So their glory is mentioned in the next verse, a very famous verse. Verse number 6, page number 157. Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthaha Sannyasa Yogadyataya Shuddha Sattvaha Te Brahma Lokeshu Parantakale Paramritav Parimucyanti Sarve Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthaha Sannyasa Yogadyataya Shuddha Sattvaha Te Brahma Lokeshu Parantakale Paramritav Parimucyanti Sarve. Yes. Vedanta Vijnana Sunischita Arthaha. Those people who are very clear, Sunischita, very clear of that entity to be known through Vedantic knowledge. Vedanta Vijnanam is talking about one entity. Those who are Sunischita, very clear about that entity which is mentioned in Vedantic knowledge. What is that entity? Supreme Self. Yes. Very clear. And then Yatayaha, those who strive with this knowledge. Sannyasa Yoga Shuddha Sattvaha, have purified their mind with Sannyasa Yoga. What is Sannyasa Yoga? Renunciation. Renunciation means what? Bhagavan alone and nothing else. That is called renunciation. Giving the highest priority to Bhagavan alone. That is called a sannyasa. Sannyasa Yogat, in this way, Shuddha Sattvaha, having purified their mind, what happens to them? What happens to them? They attain Brahmaloka. Te Brahmalokeshu, the world of Brahman. Entering into the world of Brahman means what? Parimucyanti, absolute liberation. Not temporary liberation. What is temporary liberation? Swargaloka, or even death is also a temporary liberation only. At least after death, some peace is there. A break. Even the sleep is also temporary liberation only. Temporary liberation. Now this is permanent. Not mucyanti, parimucyanti. Temporary liberation is Swargaloka. Yes, for some time you get some peace. But then again come back. No, parimucyanti. And what kind of immortality? Paramrita, not just Amrita. Ultimate permanent immortality. What is temporary immortality? Again Swargaloka. Swargaloka is temporary immortality. Because there is no old age, there is no death for so many thousands of years. But temporary immortality. But this is not that. Paramritaha, permanent immortality. And not antakale, parantakale. Antakala means death. Parantakala means final death. Ultimate death. Otherwise we are dying only to die. Born only to die. Just imagine, purpose of life is to die. What do you do? Final truth is death only. Final laugh is the laugh of death. For this person, this physical death becomes parantakala, the final antakala. No more dying. So this is the glory of that person who attains that supreme. And now, when he is leaving the body from this world, what happens to him, to this Mahatma who lived like a Jivan Mukta, and now he is going to become a Videha Mukta. What happens to him? Verse number 7, page number 162. Gatah kalav panchadasha pratishtha devascha sarve pratidevatasu karmani vijnanamayascha atma parevyye sarva eki bhavanti gatah kala panchadasha pratishtha devascha sarve pratidevatasu vijnanamayascha atma parevyye sarva eki bhavanti. Panchadasha kalaha pratishtha gataha. And when he is leaving this world, all the 15 kalas, 15 parts, enter into their elements. Pratishtha gataha. Sarve devaha prati devatasu. All gods go back to their respective gods. Karmani vijnanamayascha atma. Karmas and the Jiva Bhava, Sarve Pare Avyaye Eki Bhavanti. All these karmas and Jiva Bhava, everything, they become unified with that supreme, imperishable Brahman. Okay, so what does it mean? 15 kalas, they enter into their elements. Now what are the 15 kalas? Panchadasha kala. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, refer Prashnopanishad. So in Prashnopanishad, Shodashakala Purusha is mentioned. 6.4. I'll just read it. Sa pranam asrajata pranat shraddham kham vayur jyotirapaha prithvi indriyam manaha annam annadviryam tapo mantraha karmalokaha lokeshu cha namacha. 16 kala, Shodasha kala. So what are they? Prana, Shraddha, Kham, space, Vayu, air, Jyoti, fire, Apaha, water, Prithvi, earth, Indriyam, sense organ, Manaha, mind, Annam, food, Viryam, strength, Tapaha, austerity, Mantraha, mantra, Karma, karma, Lokaha, worlds, Nama, name. 16. So there it is at 16, here it is at 15. So they have left Nama, name, because there is no essence there, it is just a name. So now these are called the 15 Panchadasha Kala. So how are they related? Very simple, whatever we have discussed, nothing new. So how do we live? First there is Shraddha, an understanding about the world. This is true. That is called as Shraddha. So based on the Shraddha, I will have mantra. Mantra is that which constantly I repeat in the form of desires. My understanding of the world, I will go on entertaining desires. That is mantra. Then tapas. What is tapas? Concentrating the mind and the intellect. That becomes tapas. And that itself becomes karma. Shraddha, mantra, tapas, karma. And then naturally comes karma phala. What is karma phala? Lokaha. And what is loka? The 5 elements. Kham, Vayur, Jyotirapa, Prithvi. So that expresses as 5 elements. So the 5 elements are there, objects of OET. Then Indriya, Mana, senses, mind. Then Annam, food, the physical body. To nourish the physical body, I eat food, annam. And from the food comes viryam, strength. Then there is prana, the pancha prana, which keeps my body alive. So thus totally 15. The whole point is, I desire, I manifest that in the outer world, I interact with the sense objects, then this is life. The life of BMI, PFT and OET. That is Panchadasha Kala in short, which we have discussed earlier also. So what happens to this person? Now the purpose of life is over. There are no more desires. So what should happen to these 15 elements now? They go back to their elements. The purpose has been served. Devascha sarve pratidevataso. Deva means sense organs. They go back to their respective places. All the karmas. And then vijnanamayascha atma, the sense of ego. Jiva bhava is called as vijnanamaya atma here. Jiva bhava is also gone. So, what is said here is, you see, her nature, her only purpose is, what is the purpose? To take this jiva to the Father Brahman. Suppose there is a child, very dirty, played some in ditch water, etc. and comes. Father sees the child. He will not do anything. He will just call her, "Hey, Suntiyo." The lady comes running from the kitchen. And she sees this child, drenched in dirt. Immediately she takes that little fellow, takes straight to the bathroom, pours water, gives a solid bath. The fellow cries, gives one or two. How many times I have told not to go there? Cleans up the fellow. But then, after a lot of crying, this baby also understands, I shouldn't have done it. Mother had told me I should not go. But still, I was tempted, I played there. So then this fellow also becomes quiet. Mother's heart also melts. Poor child, what does it know? I shouldn't have beaten. Okay, so after bath, give proper, what you call that, with the towel and all, she wipes the baby clean. Then put some powder, etc. Makeup, cloth, and one dot here. Now, the child is not very happy because the child saw father was unhappy. Though he did not say anything, but the child knew father is not happy. So now the mother presents that child in a presentable form, good dress, everything, one lollipop also, because mother had beaten the child. To clear away her guilt, one lollipop. And then the mother go to the father. Father is sitting outside, reading some newspaper or something. He doesn't have courage. Mother takes the child, go. So the child goes. The child is little afraid. His father is still angry with me. The child goes, Papa. Then the father looks. And now the father sees a very, very disciplined, very obedient, a good child, not that dirty child. Then father takes the child, puts the child on his lap and gives a kiss. Correct? This is our life. So, dirty child. Who is the dirty child? Tamas and Rajas. So, Mother Nature will have to give proper beating. Cleaning up. That's the first process. That is Durga Devi. She has to be a Durga. First stage. Then she puts nice cloth, powder. That is Lakshmi. See how her nature changes according to the... Then finally when the child becomes really good, that very same mother takes that child to father. Who is father? Brahman. Okay. mother is this Prakriti, this Maya. So mother takes the child to Brahman. So taking the child is what? Filling the heart with all noble qualities, virtues, humility. This child calls Papa. What is that, Papa? Meditation on Aham Brahmasmi. Then father puts the child on his lap. That is Aham Brahmasmi feeling. So what I am trying to say is this. So this Mahatma, Mother Nature has done her job. This Jiva has become one with the Supreme Lord. So what is his attitude? His attitude is that of gratitude. He is thanking every element in this nature. The body, the senses, you see, they are all contributing us to reach that truth. And now again this person will not be coming back to this world. The whole nature is going to disappear. So the final act of farewell is that of gratitude. Oh Mother Nature, thank you very much. For beginningless time you have been with me, helping me evolve, evolve, evolve. How can I just leave you? Ungrateful, thankless. No. So this is the way a Jivan Mukta leaves the body. Parevyaye sarva eki bhavanti. It's a final departure. Parantakale parimuchyanti it is. Continuing, verse number 8, page number 166. Yatha nadyasyandamana samudre astam gacchanti nama rupe vihaya tatha vidwan nama rupat vimuktaha parat param purushamupaiti divyam yatha nadyasyandamana samudre astam gacchanti nama rupe vihaya tatha vidwan nama rupad vimuktaha parat param purushamupaiti divyam. Yatha syandamanaha nadyaha, just as the rivers which are flowing down, flowing rivers. Namarupe vihaya samudre astam gacchanti. They give up their names and forms and merge with the ocean. So when they were flowing, they were Ganga, Yamuna, etc. But when they merge with ocean, there is no Ganga, there is no Yamuna. Namarupe vihaya, names and forms gone. In the same way, tatha vidwan namarupat vimuktaha, being free from names and forms, parat param divyam purusham upeti, he attains that self-effulgent Purusha, Supreme Being, which is parat param, higher than the highest. So higher than what? What is that highest? Avyakta Prakriti. Don't forget this. Avyakta Prakriti. Because there is no destruction for Avyakta Prakriti. That's why it is the highest. Everything comes from that Avyakta, unmanifest Prakriti, from which this creation keeps coming again and again. Therefore it is highest. Higher than the highest. Parat Param. It is consciousness. Because this unmanifest Prakriti also exists in consciousness alone. So he merges with it, and all names and forms gone. Verse number 9, page number 168. Sayo havai tat paramam brahma veda brahmaiva bhavati Nasya brahmavid kule bhavati tarati shokam tarati papmanam guhagrandhibhyo vimukto mrito bhavati. Yaha tat paramam brahmaveda, the one who knows this supreme Brahman. Sahavai brahmaiva bhavati, the knower of Brahman becomes Brahman. No doubt about it. Sahavai. Saha havai means indeed. Na asya kule abrahmavid bhavati. In his lineage, one who is not a knower of Brahman is born. Oh my God. Tarati shokam, tarati papmanam. He crosses over sorrow. He crosses over all sins. Guhagrandhibhyo vimuktaha bhavati. He becomes free from all knots of the heart. Amruto bhavati. He becomes immortal. Now, this knowledge, to whom should you give? That is the next verse. Verse number 10, page number 173. Tadetat rucha abhyuktam kriyavanta shrotriya brahmanishtaha swayam juhvata ekarshim shraddhayantaha तेषामेवैषां ब्रह्म विद्यां वदेत. शिरोव्रतं विधिवदैस्तु चीर्णम् तदेतत्र च अभ्युक्तं क्रियावन्तः श्रोत्रिया ब्रह्मनिष्ठाः स्वयं जुह्वत एकर्षिं श्रद्धयन्तः तेषामेवैषां ब्रह्म विद्यां वदेत. शिरोव्रतं विधिवद्यैस्तु चीर्णम् tad etadrucha abhyuktam. This is the rule that has been explained by this Rik mantra from the Rig Veda. This is a mantra from the Rig Veda, and this is a rule to be followed. Related to what? Whom should we give this knowledge? Brahma Vidya. What is the qualification of the student? So he should be Kriyavantaha, 1, Shrotriyah, 2, Brahmanishtaha, 3, Swayam Ekarshim Shraddhayantaha Juhvata, 4, Shirovratam Vidhivat Yaistu Chirnam. Shraddhayantaha, 6. 6 qualifications are mentioned. Who should he be? Shrotri and Brahmanishta. What is the need of giving this knowledge to a Shrotri and Brahmanishta? Earlier it was said the Guru's qualification is Shrotri and Brahmanishta. So here you have to take the meaning according to the context. So first one, Kriyavantaha. Kriyavantaha means person who is ready to put forth effort, hardworking. Shrotriyaha. Shrotriyaha means the one who loves to listen to scriptures. He has the desire to the scriptures. So these are all the indications of a pure mind. A pure mind gets automatically attracted to satsang, listening to scriptures. Brahmanishtaha. Brahmanishta here means what? Devotion for God. So here it is not Nirguna Brahman, it is Saguna Brahman. That's all. Some Ishta Devata is there. In whatever little way I have understood, but I have total devotion for God. Though I have not understood what God is and all that, but the devotion is there. Brahmanishtaha. And how does he express that devotion? Swayam ekarshim juhvata. He does the ritual. So in modern context, it has to be taken as some sadhana he is doing. Some spiritual practice. Ekarshi is a particular kind of ritual. Swayam he does it, not that somebody does it. No. He doesn't appoint a pujari to do that ritual. Many people do that. No, Swayam, he does it himself. Means every day he is doing some kind of sadhana. In ritual, what do? Offer the fuel in the fire of... the fuel is the ignorance, fire is the fire of knowledge. That's how Gurudev has defined yajna. So this is what we do. This is also kind of ritual only. So in the fire of knowledge, we are putting the fuel of our ignorance. So this is called as yajna. Upanishad yajna it is. So the person who does some kind of sadhana, shirovratam, carrying a ball of fire upon the head, that is called as shirovratam. So here what has to be understood? Means that right attitude of humility, approaching the teacher with that sacrificial fuel, samitpani. So that attitude of humility, attitude of reverence, shirovratam, shraddhayantaha, with full faith. So if these virtues are seen in a person, faith is there, there's a love to study the scriptures, there is devotion for God, there is some sadhana that person is doing, and ready to work hard. If all these qualifications you see in a person, then that person is fit for this knowledge. And who is not fit? Next one. 11th one, the last one, page 180. Tat etat satyam Rishirangirah purovacha Naitadachirnavrato dhite Namah paramarshibhyo Namah paramarshibhyah Tat etat satyam. This is true. What is true? Rishirangiraha pura uvacha. This Angiras Rishi who gave this knowledge to Shavanaka Rishi, he spoke. What did he speak? Na etat achirna vrataha adhite. The person who doesn't do any kind of vrata, tapas, indulgent person, no faith, nothing, don't give this knowledge to such a person, because it's a waste of time. You should know whom to give and whom not to give. Best is our Gurudev's way. In the public place you give. Whoever is fit will remain, whoever is unfit will anyway go away. Either they will go to sleep or they will go to their home. They will go. So that is called a filter by Shruti Mata. The one who is unfit has no entry into this world of Brahman. That's the best approach. Why unless they say, hey, I will not teach you. The moment you say, I will not teach you, it becomes a problem. Isn't it? How dare you will not teach me? I will learn. The best is teach everyone. Those who are unfit, they will fall off. Beautiful, beautiful way of Gurudev's. Really sincere people will come. So, na etat achirna vrataha adhite. No one who has not observed any vow is fit to study this. Same thing comes in Bhagavad Gita also. Bhagavan also says, don't give this knowledge to people who find fault with this teaching. They don't have faith in this teaching. No sense discipline. Don't give this knowledge. Okay. And thus this Upanishad comes to an end. Namah paramarshibhyah. Namah paramarshibhyah. Prostration to all those great sages who have given this knowledge to us. Our humble prostrations to all of them. Thus this Upanishad comes to an end. So how many sections are there? 3 chapters, 6 sections. So 1.1. What is the content? Angiras, the glory of this Guru Parampara, starting from Brahmaji. And then Shaunaka Rishi approaching Angiras Rishi and asking, what is the question? O Lord, knowing what? Everything becomes known. So then Angiras Rishi says there is one thing. There are two types of knowledge. What are they? Paravidya, Aparavidya. Out of that, Paravidya talks about the highest, that Supreme Brahman. And you know that Brahman, everything will be known because everything has come from that alone. So this is how the first section gets over. Then 1.2. What is the content of 1.2? Limitation of Karma Kanda. All the rituals, at the most, they will give you some limited results. But what we want is permanent result, permanent peace. That cannot be gained by this Aparavidya or Karma Kanda. So therefore, we must gain Paravidya itself. So this is the observation of a mature student, that everything in this world is impermanent. And thus he develops Vairagyam, dispassion. That becomes a qualification. Okay, that is 1.2. 2.1. Now the teaching begins. The glory of the world. Why the glory of the world is mentioned? That world is residing, or that supported by the self. To know the glory of the self, we must know the glory of the world. So that is 2.1. That glorious Bhagavan, because of which this wonderful world is existing, that Bhagavan is the self. So therefore turn your attention to self. With this, 2.1 is over. Then comes 2.2. So what is the content of 2.2? Bow arrow example. How to meditate upon that self in the heart. The example is bow arrow. So what is the bow? Om. See, please understand, it can be any name of the Lord also, not necessarily Om. Any name of the Lord is fine. That is a pointer. From that name, you have to meditate upon God. So bow arrow example, how to meditate upon the self as the consciousness. So that is the content of 2.2. 3.1, what is the content? In order to do meditation, mind has to be prepared. That preparation by practicing satya, tapas, etc. That preparation of the mind, purification of the mind, that content is mentioned in 3.1. Then 3.2. What is 3.2? Not only mind should be pure, you must have the desire for that also. Ensure that your desire is single pointed. If you have thousands of desires, this is not going to happen. So therefore, desire that one thing. So the importance of entertaining right desire, that is 3.2. So thus, all the important topics are covered. A beautiful Upanishads, very, very useful for our study and sadhana. Right, I sincerely invoke the grace of the Lord, the blessings of the entire Guru Parampara. May we all be serious to this path which our Rishi Parampara has given the highest importance. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Ma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.